Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Victoria.
And this is the Yap to That podcast,
where we chat, laugh, and decompress. Let's get yapping.
Hey.
Oh, darn.
I'm out of breath.
Me too.
Happy podcast day.
What?
No, happy podcast day.
I'm still mouthful of
Okay, we'll start from now.
Hello. I'm gonna preface this by saying I hope there's no echo, because last time when we were this close, there was a little bit of an echo. So if there is, sorry. Sorry about that. I can't fix it.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
We have a special guest today.
I'm not introducing myself again.
Okay.
You're gonna do me so dirty.
That was so funny
Noted.
last time. Do we have any catching up to do, or do we just do that the last 3 hours that we
Well, we just went out for brunch.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We were drunk.
Yeah, it finally made it out of the group chat.
Yeah.
We, I think, had probably 7 mimosas each,
At least.
which I think I was just tipsy. I didn't get drunk.
I don't know. Also,
Yeah,
didn't
me either.
feel like super alcoholic.
I had the spins.
Yeah, Sarah
At
was
1
like, I can
p.m.
throw up right now.
No, we're going to the bathroom, and she goes, "I think I'm gonna throw up." I was like, "It's okay. Like, you feel better." She's like, "No, like, I think I'm gonna throw up."
I actually thought it was happening.
That's criminal. Also, Jess watched Sarah trip on the carpet.
She does so dirty.
Walked past it, looked at me to see if I... Did she tell me it was there? No. Looked at me to see if I would trip, let me trip, laughs at me.
Sorry, but no regrets.
It was funny.
It was so funny.
Yeah, that was criminal.
It's actually surprising on the way back that you both saw it. I was I literally said, "You go first." For
I
that.
can't trip on the same thing twice.
Yeah. But we made it. Also, that floor was insanely sticky. I cannot imagine.
Disgusting. Like,
It doesn't feel that bad on, like, a Friday night, though.
No.
do you notice on a Friday?
Maybe it's because we don't hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, they could mop, like, before then. Maybe they just leave it for the weekend. Like, maybe they mopped on Friday, like, morning and then left just for the weekend.
Imagine mopping once a weekend at a bar.
And people are wearing their
Ew.
shoes and spilling drinks.
Yeah.
I know somebody who was barefoot in there once.
What?
Sorry. Cut that out. Yeah, she lost her shoes in there.
She left them in there, and then the next day she went back in, and the owner was like, "I threw that in the garbage. You're trash. Like, you're trashy." And she was like, "Oh, okay."
Okay, first of all, who the hell takes off their shoes at a bar? That's
There were
just-
flip flops, first of all.
Ew.
I don't give a shit
Second
what
of
they
all.
were. Keep them on your feet.
Oh,
Yeah, second of all,
God.
she took them off,
Ew.
forgot them there. I'm like, "How'd you get home?" Shoeless?
Ew. Oh my God, if they were flip-flops, it wouldn't even been socks.
No, that's what I mean.
Like, I've walked in my socks, but, like, never barefoot.
Yeah,
Also, not to be rude, but where's the lie that the owner told that is trash?
yeah, exactly. She was like, "That's disgusting."
Yeah.
And then she was like, put on probation. She's like, "We don't know if we're gonna let you back in."
Probation at the bar.
Yeah, probation at the bar is sad.
Oh, God,
it's a
truth
sad
hurts.
life.
That's funny.
Well, Sarah, are you still feeling crampy from the other day when you thought your ovary was gonna explode?
No, that feeling has passed.
Well, that's good.
It lasted about 2 days.
Yep, that's average.
Yeah, and it was like every time I walk, pain. Pain. Oh, slight explosion.
Was it on one side or the other? Or
Always
both?
the right side.
See, mine's also always on the right side.
It's so rude.
I wonder if I just ovulate from the right instead. Because, like, you can do both, obviously. But I think that I just...
Do normal people do both?
Well, you don't ovulate twice at the same time. Like, you only
What?
ovulate once a month.
From one side?
Yes.
Wait, is this like common knowledge?
I don't know.
Do you know this? Okay.
Well, I think only... I guess not. 2/3 of the room didn't know.
So then why is there two?
Because you can do from either side.
But then how do you know?
It doesn't matter.
One and one?
Yeah, that's how twins are born. Like, fraternal twins, when you double ovulate.
Wait, no. But I mean, like, when you have your period, like, is it you're like shedding the lining from both of them?
Well, you're shedding the lining of your period from the uterus.
What are we talking about again?
An egg from your fallopian tube.
Ew.
Oh, I knew you have two of those.
Yeah, but your egg only comes from one side at a time.
Like one ovary?
Yes.
What are ovaries?
I think.
Wait. What are ovaries? And also, what do they look like? And also, how big are they?
I don't know if I can answer the size. Your ovaries are like, you know the typical diagram of your uterus where it's
Yeah.
like this, and then there's like the fallopian tubes, and then there's like, that leads to like the ovum or ovary or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the ovum, I think, is what releases, like, that's the egg.
Ew.
Well, I'm gonna fact check all this in a minute anyways. Anywho, that's a really good, just jump right into what we're talking
Yeah,
about
a little
this week.
segue.
That's actually good.
Sarah said last week that her, I guess, right side, she had like really bad cramps and she thought she had a cyst.
Yes.
And I said, I have cysts. And then I also said, I feel when I ovulate. So I asked her, or is it like your flower day? And she said, what was it, the day of or the day after?
It was a couple days before.
Yeah. So you would feel that.
Mm-hmm. I guess it was preparing.
Yes.
So gross.
And Jess also has ovarians. Do you just have one?
I just have one, I think. Like, I'm not really sure because I don't know how they, like, look. Like, I don't know if you're supposed to do, like, an x-ray, but I only had, like, the ultrasound.
I had ultrasound, too.
She said that she saw, like, one. And also, she didn't even tell me about it. It was, like, my doctor that called me.
Yeah, I don't think that the ultrasound techs can say anything. Mm-hmm. They're just, like...
Yeah. And I think it's, like, so small. She asked me, like, the ultrasound tech, she was like, do you feel it? And I was like, no, I don't fucking feel it.
Because, yeah, you didn't go in for that, right?
No. I didn't even know. Like, I mean, it makes kind of sense, like, if it grew in the last couple of years, because I never used to get cramps, like, ever when I was, like, growing up at all. And then, like, 2 years ago, I got cramps for the first time, and I remember I was at Dad's, and literally he had to go out and get
I remember that day.
I actually thought I was going to pass away. Like, I've never in my life. I was like, this is crazy. I was like, if this continues for another, like, 2 hours, like, I have to do something, because I don't know what to do. Like, I have to go somewhere and, like, do something about this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mine were really bad, I think, from high school all the way to college. And then I was on birth control for, like, 4 years. So then it stopped.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
No pain during then.
Mm-hmm.
And then since I got off of it, like, I guess 4 years later. Or 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we're old. There's pain again.
Did they come back as soon as you, like, stopped taking it?
I don't remember. But I know it's, like, always painful day 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm, same.
See, I had, like, a very different experience. So I used to get cramps and lower back aches a lot.
I get the lower back aches,
Me too.
Yeah, and then when I went on the pill, I never really... I think I didn't get cramps. I had lower back pain. When I went on the pill, I started getting cramps. They've always been very mild, like maybe like a 3 or 4. Like, I've never been somebody who had really bad cramps. Mm-hmm. And then my period was very light when I was on the pill. And when I got off the pill, it was lighter.
Interesting.
When you got off, it was lighter?
Yeah.
Like,
that's so
since
strange.
It's been lighter?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, I maybe have like 3 days of like...
3 days?
That's all I wear a
you
tampon
3 days?
for.
I'm 6, but like 4 days of like actually.
Okay, yeah, like I'll like get it Thursday, and then like Thursday night maybe, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday I'm wearing stuff, and then Monday I just stop wearing stuff.
Holy shit! I that's crazy.
I usually regret it because I'll be like fine, and then I bleed.
That one little thing,
Like,
or I'll
how did this happen?
Yeah, I'm like you literally. But
excuse me.
I think it got lighter after I went off the pill. I don't really remember now because it's always been fairly light anyways. Like, it didn't change that much. Mm-hmm. But, yeah. I was on the pill for 10 years almost.
I was going to say, did you start taking the pill before you got your period or afterwards?
No.
Can you even take it before you get your period?
I don't know. That's a good question. Because I was 15 when I started the pill. Because I was in grade 10. Mm-hmm. So I was in grade 10 when I started the pill. And I remember the first time I went on the pill, they sent me onto the generic version, and I bled for a month straight. And I had to swap to the, like, legit version. And then after being on that, there were no issues, and I was on that for 10 years, I guess, almost. But I also went on it for multiple reasons, because I had very low iron, I had the ovarian cyst, and I had really bad acne. So, like, all of those kind of were factors for me. And then last year, I was like, I don't even know. Like, I went through basically... not all of puberty, but like most of puberty, I was on the pill. So I was like, I don't know what my body is supposed to feel like. I don't know. I don't feel like the highs and lows the same way. So I was just kind of over it. And I was like, whatever, I don't really care anymore. Just like cold turkey one day, I texted Matthew, I was like, hey, I think I was in the middle of my pack. I was like, I'm just not taking it today. I think I just didn't have water at the side table or something. And I was like,
that's it. No more.
I was like, that's it for me. I am done.
Yeah.
I think I was just, like, tired of taking it, so I just stopped.
Yeah.
Taking it. And I hated going to the pharmacy every 3 months to get more.
Me
so I was
too.
like, you know what? It's fine.
Yeah, and also, I started to have to pay for it. I never used to have to pay for it, and then I had to, and I was like, it's like $2. But I still don't want to do a $2 transaction.
Also, you're right. To go there every 3 months is just so tedious and so annoying, I feel.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't bad when I was in college, because, like, I would just stop by the pharmacy, like, during class. Mm-hmm. But then, once I graduated, I was like, this is annoying. And also, I remember one time, when I was in my 3rd year of college, I think there was a change with, like, government healthcare or whatever. Mm-hmm. And they wanted to charge me... Yeah,
that's when Ford came in.
They wanted to charge me, like, $80 one time.
For 3 months?
For 3 months. And I was like, pardon? Like, usually it was free.
Yeah.
So that was part of the reason. I was like, you know what? It's fine.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was on my dad's insurance, and then I was like, well, can I use the school insurance? And they're like, yeah, it's covered on the school insurance. I was like, this is so stupid.
Then
That's
why
so
wouldn't
stupid.
you? Yeah, what the fuck?
Literally. So
That's weird.
I think that was one of my last straws.
Yeah.
That is so annoying.
I don't know. I heard so many like horror stories about it. I was just like, I don't need it at all.
No,
No.
thanks.
And also, like, I originally got prescribed it for my acne, but I've never taken a pill. I just was like, I'm not into it. Not my thing.
Yeah.
And I never will.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever go back on.
No.
No matter what.
Yeah.
No.
Like, nothing would ever convince me to go back on.
Like, I don't know.
I haven't noticed a huge difference, but that's also why I'm like, why would I go back on then if I haven't noticed a huge difference
Yeah,
between
it's probably better to not.
Also,
Yeah.
I'm just so scared. Like, I don't want something, like, fucking with my hormones all the time. Like,
Yeah.
it's just so much, like, that can go wrong. Like, so many side effects. Not worth it to me
Yeah.
at all.
No.
No,
Well,
agreed.
I went through the whole consultation to like get an IUD. She was telling me all about it, and I was like, all you're telling me is bad things.
Yeah.
I don't see the pro.
Did she say, like, any good things? Genuinely?
Just that, like, you won't get pregnant. Yeah, I know.
You just ring a fake bell?
Yeah.
So it's $400, but most insurance companies pay for it. I was like, most?
Did she say? Yeah, which one specifically?
Yeah. She's like, it's also very painful. I was like, oh.
She said that?
Yeah. And she's like, it passes like in a few minutes. I was like, okay.
I also, when I was thinking, well, I never thought about it because I don't really want to, but if I were to go back on one in my head, I was like, it would be the copper IUD because it's non-hormonal. It's like a spermicide. It's fine. And then because that's what I said to her. I was like, that makes sense. And she was like, I'll talk about it at the consult.
Yeah.
Tell her what she said to you about the copper one.
I can't remember. I know there was two because I went in fully expecting to get the copper one. And there was like every bad side effect that could happen with the copper one versus
she
the
said
hormonal.
your period is heavier with the copper one.
That's what it was.
What?
But it doesn't make sense. How?
With the hormonal one, you would not have
You wouldn't bleed. You wouldn't have a period.
Yeah, it was like less or whatever. And then with the copper one, it was you would bleed more and for longer.
See, that it's concerning both ways because first of all, I'm not trying to bleed longer and more. Like, ew. And second of all, even if you got the hormonal one, that means something's in your body, like that's
preventing your
just sitting
hormones
up
from
there.
working.
Like, yeah, it's supposed to be like shedding like your all that dead shit. And it's
That's
just
what I
sitting
don't
up
like.
there. Like, I don't know. That's weird.
That's also an issue where people find out they're pregnant later because they're like, well, I never had regular periods, so I didn't miss one to know that I was pregnant.
That sounds like
I'm like,
really
I hate getting my
scary.
period, but it keeps me in line, you know?
yeah, it's a peace of mind.
Yeah.
It has a purpose.
Yeah.
I would prefer it to be like 3 days start to finish, but
Yeah.
we have an agreement.
I digress.
We work just fine. But yeah, I could not imagine like just not getting it at all.
And then she said, I think it was for both of them, there was a chance of bleeding for 1 to 6 months.
Which happened to me when I went on the pill.
That's what, as soon as she said that, I was like, bleed for 6 months?
Rather die.
No.
6 months. How do you even go about your life?
I feel like that's a very rare case, but even a
Yeah.
month,
Still.
that's crazy.
No, that's
Yeah, a month was
crazy.
not fun.
No.
Oh my god.
No. At first, I was thinking, I was like, okay, like maybe like when summer's over, but no. I thought long and hard about it.
Not even worth it.
No.
And people say like I know she said it was like painful, but I've heard
People
so
say
many
it's
people.
painful.
Yeah, like it's yeah.
They literally like clip your cervix or something.
Yeah, stay out of there.
I don't know. That might be.
Oh my
Don't-
God.
Don't fact check me, but I'm pretty sure
There's something in there.
they do like. I don't know. I think so. They
know
have
it's,
to
like,
open your
metal.
cervix to
Yeah.
get into the uterus.
Ew, let me smell.
It can stay closed.
I just don't understand why would
Stay closed.
why wouldn't you like give some like anesthetic of some sort?
Yeah,
Like,
there
why
was none.
Can't they do that? I don't understand.
And she was like, I recommend someone drives you. I was like, okay.
I thought you said it lasts a few minutes, lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
God, Susan, get it right. It's obviously ours.
Susan. Okay, I just looked it up because I don't know biology. So, the speculum, we all know what that does.
Yeah.
We do. Continue.
Goes in, opens you.
Ew.
Girl.
Sorry. I know. I'm sensitive.
So then a solution is used to clean the cervix, and then the IUD is inserted through the opening of the cervix into the uterus. So yeah, you do have to go through the cervix, obviously. But I wonder if that means they have to dilate it. Or do they just force it in?
Well, couldn't it also just be like tampon vibes? Like, you know when you put in a tampon and then it kind of like expands to fit you? Like, if you have a metal piece and it's like closed and they just like, and then it just opens.
That's exactly what it is. But a tampon doesn't pass a cervix.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, like, if it's thin enough, right?
Yeah.
Couldn't it just go through?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
That's the thing. I think the cervix is usually closed.
Oh, like completely.
Just about.
I'm actually disgusted.
Yeah, I'm disgusted. My stomach feels
God.
weird.
Well, yeah, so that's what we're talking about today.
Yeah. That's a brief little overview. Kind
We're
of.
going to talk about our cycles because we don't really know the details of it. Like, the specifics of how you should feel at certain points of your cycle. And, like, I actually looked up foods that you should eat depending on what phase of your cycle you're in too.
Whoa, that's a thing.
Yeah. So
Whoa.
have you guys ever followed on TikTok the guy
Who cooks for his wife?
meals she eats?
Yeah.
That's because she has PCOS. And the food she ate, based off when her cycle was, helped her get pregnant. Mm-hmm. Because that's
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so they have 2 cookbooks now because they have 2 kids. And they're all for, like, what to eat. I think it's based off your cycle.
Is this to get pregnant? Because
No, it's just, like, to balance your hormones. And, like,
that's cool.
so you know, because PCOS, you don't have a regular cycle. So it just helps you. I mean, obviously, eating's not just going to fix an irregular cycle.
Yeah.
But it supports
It helps
other
it,
things.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Tea.
Yeah. So, let's get
I think it was interesting to know, like, we all started it at different times in our lives.
Yes. How old are you?
I think I had just turned 15.
Okay.
That's not bad. I feel like that's a good age.
Normal,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was
You're in like
summer.
high school, like you kind of know what's up. Like
Yeah.
some of your friends have had it and stuff. you know?
Yeah, it was summer going into grade 10, which felt so late.
It feels late, like, when you're in grade 10, but now that still feels so young. 15?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so young. I feel like that's a perfect age though. Like I wish I got mine like a couple years later because I got mine at 13. So I was still in elementary school, and I remember it was actually so embarrassing. Every time I had my period, like I didn't like tampons and stuff at the beginning because it just felt so weird, and I didn't want to do any of that.
either.
Like I just wore pads, right? And so obviously, like we didn't have uniforms at my school, so we had to wear our own clothes. So I'd wear like jeans and whatever, all the normal shit. But I can't wear like skinny jeans with a pad. Like,
No, it was just uncomfortable.
you
With
could,
full
but,
cheek
like-
covering underwear.
Yeah, exactly. So
Very large underwear lines.
Yeah.
So every time I was on my period, I would wear a pair of sweatpants for a week straight and then
my
go back
God.
to jeans. So like obviously
People
everyone
could tell.
knew. Yeah.
I think I was the same age as you. I was at least in grade 7 because I'm pretty sure when we went to Camp Tanamakoon, I had my period. And I remember packing up my...
that week at camp.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I'm pretty sure because I was packing in front of like
Oh
my mom, in front of my whole family. Like, make sure you don't forget your pads and tampons. I was like, Mom,
Stop!
let me go. And I think my like aunt was there from the States. Like, it was so embarrassing.
Oh,
But I'm
God.
pretty... The thing is, I don't remember getting it. I just remember having it.
I remember
You know,
getting
I
I
it.
don't-
never had like trauma.
No, I'm pretty sure I just like saw it and threw my underwear in the laundry, and I was like, I'll deal with this tomorrow morning.
See, you're so like smart and like mature. Like I got that and I was like, I'm fucking panicking. Like what is happening?
I think I had like known about it,
yeah.
and then just was like,
Did your mom talk to you about it like beforehand?
no,
Oh, okay. So you just knew from like Fully Alive.
I think so.
Fair enough.
I'm pretty sure. And then I remember like I think I was like, well, I'll see what this is tomorrow because I don't think I had like bled a lot. Like your
No,
first-
mine started really light too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was like, well, I think this is what it is, but if I wake up tomorrow and I bled more, it's definitely what it is.
Yeah.
And just like accepted it.
It's time.
But I remember when I did get it, my mom was like, let's go for a drive. And I was like,
Oh, God.
okay.
I drive.
I don't remember exactly what she said, but basically she's like, you can get pregnant now. I was like,
Yeah, I did not have that talk.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, at least she explained it. That's honestly
like
helpful. 'cause-
that's kind of what it was.
Yeah, like I don't know. I felt so like insecure about it. Like I was like, I feel scared. I don't know what's happening. Like none of my friends had it yet. So not that I was the first, but we just never talked about it. Like that wasn't like a thing that we talked
Yeah.
about. So I didn't know what the fuck. And I didn't talk to Christina about it. Absolutely not. So I hid it from everybody for like
Yeah.
2 months. I was just getting my own things and like figuring out it
Yeah.
and like stealing Christina's shit because I was like so scared. And I was like, I don't know. I just feel like so embarrassed and. I feel like it would have benefited me to like actually have a conversation about it, you know?
Yeah, I think so. I think that, first of all, I still get embarrassed randomly. Like when Matthew and I were in at Disney with his whole family, I got my period. I didn't realize how long our days were going to be. And I just like I just didn't have a tampon. I forgot. Who am I going to ask? Not his mom. No. His sister, pregnant. I like
Yeah,
looked
she doesn't have those either.
I looked at Matthew and I was like, what am I going to do? It's not like they have tampons in a vending machine or anything. Like, we're at Disney. And he's like, just ask my sister. And I was like, I don't want to for some reason. I was like, I don't.
Yeah.
It's not embarrassing, but like.
I still feel awkward about it too.
Yeah.
me too.
And so he thankfully went and asked her. And his family's very, like, nothing's taboo. Like, they, as much as, like, they're very traditional, like.
Open.
She just like literally whipped it out. She's like, yeah, I don't need this. And like, obviously she's pregnant. And she's like, I think I have one, no problem. She just like, there was no shame. And like, not that there was from my side either, but I was just like, I don't even want to have to ask.
It's just like, yeah.
I feel
I'll
awkward.
just bleed on myself for the rest of the day.
It could be worse.
Yeah. So I do remember very little. I remember with my youngest sister, my mom started buying reusable pads, which, I mean, I still
remember
have.
those.
Because she didn't get it yet. And she was like, I just wanted to see things, see options, which I didn't have when I was younger. Like, we didn't have those options. It was just like, I used maybe pads once or twice. And then I went to the cottage with my dad and Christy. And Christy's like, I have tampons, and that's it. And it was the OB tampons. I don't even have an applicator.
You still use those? Or
I don't use them anymore just because, I don't know why. I think I just like the Tampax Click ones, like the sport.
That
the
was
small
literally
ones.
trauma. I tried to put one in one time in high school because I was so desperate and literally no one else had one. I asked everyone.
Oh my
She was
God.
the only one. We went in the bathroom and I was like, you're gonna have to do this for me. Like, I don't know she didn't. But,
but they're not, okay, the thing is, they're not hard to use, but like, I have nails now, and like,
they're hard to use.
You just stick it in.
Yeah, but how do you get like the right angle? Have you tried?
No.
Yeah, it's just like
I'm so picky with them.
Me too. Like I have to like, I don't know. Like you insert a little bit and then like you take it
And
out.
then you
and,
I see what you
figure
mean.
it out a little bit. I can't do that with that. 'Cause
Yeah.
you have one shot and that's it.
Yeah, no. I've been using the same ones for literally 10 years, and I
me
can't
too.
even try a different one.
Yeah, no.
There's that video in high school, and I'm like, I only like sport.
Yeah.
I'm screaming. I don't think I've seen that video.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
We're in the stall upstairs by like the math and science classrooms.
Oh my god, that's
I'm
hilarious.
like hunched over in pain.
Yeah, Christy, I remember we were at the country style, the halfway spot.
Oh my God.
And I'm in the stall. She's like, you okay? And I was like, yeah, I think so. I don't know if it's in right. She's like, you'll know later. She's like, if you can feel it, it's not in right.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I have
okay,
a
it's not in
story
right.
about this.
Okay, what?
This is my story. Okay, so I got my period summer going into grade 10. So it was that school year in grade 10, and I finally figured out tampons maybe like halfway through.
In 6 months? That's actually not bad. It took me like 2 years.
Really?
It did take longer after this, but like I was starting to have like more successes than fails. Like it wasn't always uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I went the whole day, totally forgot because it was in properly.
Oh, no.
End of the day, I think it was winter, so I was putting my sweatpants on over my uniform shorts.
Oh, yes.
And I like pulled the pants up, and I could tell my shorts were soaked.
I don't think I've ever leaked
It was so bad.
that bad.
And luckily
I
they were
leak every
dark.
single month still. Like, there's...
Girl.
I just told you I don't even wear a tampon for 3 of the 6 days. I leak. But
This was traumatic.
I don't think I've ever had that bad. I've like
So
maybe
bad.
small like patches.
Yeah.
Nothing like bad like that.
I've never let it happen like that since.
Well, yeah, because you still don't know at that point. You're just like,
I remember
chilling.
just feeling my shorts, and I was like, I gotta leave.
Also,
And I
it's
still had to
easier
walk
now.
home.
You have it like in your head, like how long you've had it in.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, okay, if I put it in now, I can wait till like 3 p.m. and then it.
That's usually what I do
Yeah.
too. Like I'll put in before work. Sometimes I have to change it like at lunch at work.
Yeah, that's all I'll
But
do.
that's also because it's like I get up at 5:30, so it's in it from 5:30 to like 12. Even if it's not like full, I still have to change it because it leaks even when it's fucking barely even used, which is so annoying. I don't know.
I find that too.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Through the string.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gross.
And then sometimes I'll like change it when I get home from work and then just before bed. Depends on the day. Or if it's like a light day, I'll change it at work, take it out when I get home, put one in before bed type of thing.
Oh yeah, you sleep with them.
I sleep
Do
with
you?
them.
And only if I'm somewhere that's not my house.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I do. Recently though, I think because it got so much lighter, not so much, but like lighter after stopping the pill,
I swear to God, if you continue and say you don't have to wear anything to bed,
I just wear my period underwear.
I can't do that
So-
on the early days.
Yeah,
only
no
like
way.
day.
I only wear my
4?
period underwear
Yeah,
on the
4.
early days.
that's crazy.
Because I wear it to bed the day before because I get mine late usually. So I wear it to bed and I'm like, I think I'm going to get it tonight or like tomorrow. If I don't, then I just like change and put them on in the morning. And then this way I don't have to worry about getting it when I'm not prepared. And then I'll put it on when I get home. Then I put a tampon in. I'm sure I still wear tampons at night. I don't even remember at this point. But I just hate tampons.
Yeah, me too.
I was using the cup for a while. I have 2 different cups, which I like.
Oh,
They're just...
I do want to try
I
that.
use the cup. Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't tell you this. I was pulling it out last time I used it, and I dropped it in the toilet. And I
What
literally...
do you do at that point?
I had to call Matthew. I was like, Matthew, I just dropped my cup in the toilet. After
He's
it's
like,
been in my
"What's
body for like
that?"
12 hours.
Yeah.
I had to use the fucking...
Toilet wrap?
No.
No.
Like a
You know-
ladle?
Close, but no. You know the thing to unclog the drain? I scooped it out with that.
No.
How is that better? There's bleach and shit on that.
I don't care. Also, I rarely clean out the drain, so that thing's probably clean as ever.
That is so funny.
But yeah, I just like pulled it out, put it in the sink, wash it. He also kept getting mad because I just would leave it beside the sink. He's like, babe, this is disgusting. I'm like, it's clean. He's like, well, it doesn't look clean. I'm like, they just stain. Like, the one that I have has a, it's just, like, colored, like, discolored a little bit. But it's, like, I've bleached it. I've washed it. Well, no, I haven't bleached it. I've boiled it. I've washed it with soap. Like, there's nothing else I can do. Yeah, it's just that color.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to menopause.
Yeah, me too.
I don't mind the cup because I put it in the morning and I don't touch it until I go to bed. Mm-hmm. So I like the ease and all that. I just don't like how messy it is.
Yeah. I've heard girls get them, like, stuck up there, and that's what I'm terrified about.
You can't get them stuck.
I'm terrified.
You can push it.
What was the disc?
That I'm scared about.
The what?
It might have been the disc. Yeah.
It goes
what
in.
What the shit is it?
So, like, a cup sits, like, here. Mm-hmm. The disc sits like this.
Oh, my
God. And it cups,
God.
like, at your cervix, basically. Mm-hmm. It, like, clips in, but that's not an
Sorry,
accurate
so
way.
It's just sitting there all day till you take it out, and then it all comes...
You literally just, reach in and unhook it and pull it out.
And then it all pours out?
No, it's in the disc.
Oh.
So, I mean, it probably does kind of pour out, but, like, same with the cup where, like, you have to, like, empty it.
Oh, my God.
And they have disposable discs, unlike the cup.
That would be preferred.
I'm just scared about the cup, like... You know when, like, you're dry enough that you have to, like, even a regular hurts?
Yeah.
Like, what are you supposed to do in that case with, like, a cup?
I just use
The cup doesn't... No, it doesn't. It's less painful than a tampon because tampon's cotton. Yeah, so it's dry.
A rubber wouldn't,
silicone
like,
is...
you know?
It's silicone. There's mucous membranes in your body. Mm-hmm. So even when I have a cup in and it's dry and I take it out, it's not dry.
Okay.
You know what I mean? A tampon absorbs.
Yeah.
So even if it's dry...
everything. Okay, that makes sense.
Whereas the cup, like, it's still lined when you take it out, even if it's not...
That's true.
Blood.
Okay, that makes sense.
So, I do like the cup for that
reason. I
used
to want to try it. I was
We bought it together, and I started using it because we bought... Well, I don't know if you bought it, but we were together when I bought it.
I was super scared. I was like, I don't know. I'm just scared. I was like, let's see how it goes for you first.
Yeah, she's like, go in there, try it out, let me see how it is. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, gosh, I would not know either.
Yeah.
You also have to get in, like, weird stances to put it in. Like, with a tampon, you can be sitting on the toilet still. Mm-hmm. I usually have to put my foot on the toilet or on the, like...
Oh, gosh.
I need to open to be able to get the cup in just a little easier.
Yeah.
But, like, you can do it sitting. It's just not... The way my body's made, it's not as easy to get it in.
I also don't like sitting inserting a tampon either.
Yeah, like, I usually stand.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, depends. Yeah. Depends on how I'm feeling.
I don't know what I do.
You sit. Because we'll be in the stall together. She's like, let me just touch my tampon. Does not get up. I'm like, how did you just do that?
Also, do you guys flush your tampons?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, me too.
Don't judge us for that.
Yeah. No judgment, because you'd be lying if you said you didn't do it.
Hopefully. I usually flush mine. I remember one time Matthew saw it, like, I had thrown it in the garbage for some reason, and he's like, where do you usually put those? I was like, I flush it. He's like, you do what? And, like, he thought, well, you are supposed to throw them out. I never knew that until, like, recent years. I've always been told just flush it.
Mm-hmm. Also, you know what? It's a waste of paper.
Also, my dog will eat it. Okay, I'm not doing that.
Good of everyone to flush.
It costs me way more money for my landlords to have to fix the plumbing than for me to have to fix my dog after she eats a tampon.
Oh my god.
Okay, so there are 4 phases of the menstrual. Of the whole cycle. Okay, The first phase is the menstrual phase. This is when you have
which
a
is
period.
the worst.
The worst. You know, maybe not
the worst.
Yeah,
it's second worst.
All of them are bad. You get one good week. That's it.
Yeah, the crazy batshit week. That's the worst.
Okay, so your uterus lining sheds and flows, contains, which I didn't realize it was other things, but it's blood, mucus, and cells from the lining of your uterus. Which I did know that, but a lot.
I don't know why I'm so disgusted.
Yeah, me too. I would just comment on making a disgusting face. I was like, this is literally my body.
But this is the thing. Why do we not know this? Why are we not taught this in school?
Is it because we went to Catholic school?
God gave me this problem.
Yeah, like, I'm confused.
But the other thing was, like, I feel like even growing up, like, it was such a, like, quiet topic. Like, they didn't teach this in schools, like, a long time ago. So I think, like, our generation, like, they're just starting to, like, refine it. And also, think about it. When you're in school learning about, like, Fully Alive, you're all giggling with your friends. All, like,
but I mean in high school. Like, why weren't we taught this in, like, we didn't even have a sex ed class.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Health was, like, Jesus. STDs. That was it.
Jesus.
Literally.
Yeah.
So your menstrual...
I took online health too, and I didn't learn anything about that. We learned about, like, nutrition and all that shit. That's it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. So your menstrual phase occurs in the 1st to 5th day. Basically, your menstrual phase starts day 1 of your period. This lasts about 3 to 7 days. The uterus sheds its lining, which is called endometrium. Your estrogen and progesterone levels are very low, and you may feel tired or have cramps due to uterine contractions. Just valid.
Mm-hmm.
So you might feel tired, low energy, crampy, achy, introverted, sensitive, or emotionally raw. Me.
So all of those things.
So extra sensy.
Yeah.
You may crave comfort and rest. Very normal. This is because the estrogen and progesterone are at their lowest, so blood loss and inflammatory compounds can make you feel drained. Which is true. Like, imagine how much effort it takes for your body to contract and remove a whole lining.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
Yeah, but we'll still be at work on that day.
We'll still be working.
Thriving,
also
apparently.
be getting groceries.
Yeah.
Cleaning the house.
Driving.
Grind doesn't stop.
Literally.
Phase 2. So there's the follicular phase and then the luteal phase. And that's basically the 2 phases. But the menstrual phase happens within the luteal and the ovulation happens within both. It's half and half. So there's 4 phases, but it's really 50-50. So the follicular phase starts on the first day of your period. And that's why I wanted to clarify that, because it's the same as your menstrual. They overlap. And the follicular phase is about 13 to 14 days long. The changing hormone levels cause the lining of your uterus to thicken and follicles to grow on the surface of the ovaries. Usually only one follicle will mature into an egg. That's what we were talking about earlier. It's about 13 to 14 days long. The pituitary gland releases FSH, which is follicle stimulating hormone, which develops ovaries into follicles, or stimulates ovaries to develop into follicles, which produce estrogen and help build the uterine lining. This phase, high energy and your mood begin to improve, thankfully.
So you have a shit mood for 2 weeks.
Yes.
Perfect.
Before that,
Makes
yeah.
perfect sense.
Got it.
And then you have your increased mental clarity, motivation, creativity, confidence, and your libido often rise.
This is like your golden age.
Yes.
Okay.
This is because your estrogen starts to rise, which gives you more energy, and boosting serotonin, which is the feel-good chemical. And this is right before your ovulation, which is when you feel your peak. And that's why ovulation is within the luteal phase too, because it's like they just overlap. Mm-hmm. So ovulation is when the mature egg is released from an ovary, which happens once a month, about 2 weeks before your period. You're most likely to get pregnant if you have unprotected sex around this time, and this occurs between day 14, or around day 14 in a 28-day cycle, but it changes based on how long your cycle is. So that's important to note. It lasts about 24 hours. So what happens is there's a surge in the LH hormone, which is luteinizing hormone, and that triggers the release of the mature egg from the ovary. So that's when it comes. That's what you're feeling when you feel yourself like ovulating, is it releasing and going into the uterus.
And it's extra rude.
Yeah, mine feels crampy. It's like a sharp pain. Mm-hmm. It's like a sharp pain from within.
And like when I'm walking, it hurts. Like sitting, if I move suddenly.
Yeah.
Just
Agreed.
not nice.
How you might feel. Often you'll feel your best self. Energetic, social, attractive, outgoing, stronger libido, natural glow. You may feel more confident and magnetic, which that's how I felt last week. And then it like plateaus, and then you're like, oh, okay. And that's how I feel this week. So estrogen peaks, your testosterone bumps up briefly, which enhances your mood, energy, and sexual desire. Which also when men are like, oh, you're PMSing, blah, blah, blah. It's because we have more testosterone in our body. And that's a guy thing. So it makes me so mad when guys are like that, because you're like, this is actually just your hormone. This is how you are at all the time. And then the luteal phase. Mm-hmm. After ovulation, the egg travels through the fallopian tubes into your uterus. The uterine lining continues to thicken and prepare for pregnancy. This is 15...
Which is so rude why it prepares every month.
Yeah, prepare for what?
Yeah. Like, why are we being punished for not being pregnant?
I hope you're hungry for nothing.
Have you seen those TikToks of the sourdough bread?
No.
Wait, yes, I have.
I was dying laughing at that.
Okay. The one where the starters go bad?
Yes.
Yeah, or like they'll open their sourdough and like...
Yeah. I hope you're hungry.
There's nothing. It like dissolved. It's basically just crust at that point.
That's so funny.
Sorry. No, that's okay.
Tara's like, I'm on sourdough talk.
I am on sourdough talk.
And I've never made bread in my life.
So this occurs from day 15 to 18. Happens for about 14 days. The ruptured follicle becomes the carpus, whatever. That's too much information. If there's no fertilization, your hormone levels drop, the lining sheds, and the cycle starts over. So you get your period again. At this point, you'll feel decent energy and mood, but at the late phase of the luteal cycle, that's when you're going to be fatigued, irritable, craving, bloating, or anxiety.
That is when I don't feel my best.
That's literally, that's what I mean. That's like the bottom of the barrel. Mm-hmm. This is because progesterone rises, so it's calming, but it's also sedating. So your body's just like
Get away
tired.
from me.
Yeah.
We're done with today.
Yeah. And then estrogen dips before your period, which affects mood and sleep, which I never
Yeah,
thought
I
of.
don't sleep well.
Ever?
Like, during certain times in the month.
Have you ever tracked it?
No. But I know right now I'm sleeping good. But I think it was last week that I was sleeping bad.
Okay, that makes sense then. So overall, your best phase, ovulation, your worst and most tired is right before or during your period. Your most stable is the mid-follicular to ovulation, and your most sensitive is late luteal, so like the week before your period.
You know, if we ever get called crazy, yeah.
No,
Because-
give them the freaking side effects of birth control. That shit
Yeah.
is
my
so
manual,
long.
my
Not
user
even that,
manual.
like this, like the fact that we're having like all these different emotions, like literal roller coaster every single month for our entire life.
It's also rude that men, it's 24 hours. Monday, they wake up, they feel great again. Us, we feel like shit for 7 days straight.
yeah, probably plus.
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, the
Exactly.
birth control should be on their side.
yeah.
Because they're the problem.
Yeah.
The thing is, I wouldn't trust a man to take birth control.
No,
then.
me neither.
I'd still have to do something for myself.
Yeah, this is why, you know what I mean?
No.
Oh my gosh, I just
Keep
deleted
a
the whole
far
note.
distance.
I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, far distance.
6 feet. 6 feet away.
Yeah, please.
Okay, the rest that I have is eating stuff. So,
This I'm actually interested for.
yes.
Because I didn't realize, like, I knew about that couple that you were talking about, but I didn't realize that it had to do with, like, her menstrual... I mean, it makes sense, but,
Yeah.
like, that's cool.
There's a person I've seen on TikTok too. Her husband makes her steak every day, like every first day of her period or something like that.
I could go for steak.
Because you're
And
losing
mashed
so much iron,
potatoes.
and you do it in a cast iron pan. I wanted to make scallop potatoes the other day.
Those
bad.
actually
You have scalloped
slap.
potatoes?
I have potatoes, but I make it from scratch.
Oh, I like the box.
I do too.
Me too.
But I made it from scratch.
Box
It was
is
actually really good.
No, you like boxed mashed potatoes also.
Yes,
I hate...
Anything mashed
They're the
potato.
creamiest.
Anything potato.
Yeah.
No, I hate...
What are they,
those ones.
gritty?
They're just like... Yeah, they taste like powder.
Yeah, exactly.
And more milk.
Yeah, throw some butter in there, you'll be fine.
Yeah, butter it up.
The scalloped potatoes, those are fire. Those are blessed.
Those are good. Okay, ovulation. Focus on replenishing your iron, supporting detox, and soothing inflammation. This is the best foods to do this with are spinach, lentils, red meat, and pumpkin seeds because those are iron rich. Soups, stews, water-rich fruits because it's hydrating. Turmeric, ginger, and salmon, which are anti-inflammatory.
Love salmon.
And dark chocolate. In moderation, it says.
I love dark chocolate.
For your mood boost.
I do not like dark
Neither do
chocolate.
I.
It's so good.
You know, when I first got diagnosed with my ovarian cyst, my doctor's like, so on your period, like, just eat, like, healthy, like, salad. And I was like, you're gonna go fuck yourself. I don't even eat salad on a good day. Never mind, on my period.
You know what, though? I will say, sometimes I do crave a good salad.
I've had salad every day last week.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
yeah.
As long as you're having, like, a good salad. I almost
Yeah.
got the Cobb salad from Wendy's the other day.
Wendy's Cobb salad, amazing. Chick-fil-A salad, amazing.
Really?
So good.
That's one on my list for sure to try.
The
when they bring
spicy,
you the dressing.
soft subject. But yes, spicy Southwest from Chick-fil-A, so good. But their Cobb salad is also amazing.
Interesting. I'm surprised
really
you like
good.
the spicy one.
It's a bit much, but it's so good.
Oh my god. I'm
I also
sorry.
love a good burrito bowl.
Shut.
Same.
I can have a burrito bowl
what's it
right
called?
now.
I get the crispy
Chipotle.
chicken one.
Chipotle? Yeah. And
Crispy
also
chicken
Fat
burrito bowl.
Bastard. I've never had a burrito bowl from them, but their like actual burritos are the best
So
thing
We get the
ever.
burrito boys all the time. But I went to
I'm a Chipotle girl through and through.
Yeah,
I don't know if
the
I've ever had
bowls
Chipotle.
especially. I like mucho burrito for the bowls. Those aren't bad.
Yeah, those aren't bad too. But I find nothing hits as good as Chipotle.
Yeah, I agree.
Really?
The queso is just
So
oh my
good.
God,
And the
it's-
guac.
Yeah.
I could go there
do
right
we have
now.
one here?
Yeah.
No,
Toronto?
Oakville.
Just Oakville?
And like Toronto too.
Yeah. Well, that's not horrible.
Yeah.
I do go there
I could
sometimes.
venture there one day. You'll be able to go there soon. Okay, your follicular phase, days 6 to 13. You want to focus on energizing, nutrient-rich foods to support egg development. The best foods are fresh and light, leafy greens, berries, eggs, lean protein, complex carbs, quinoa, oats, sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes.
I also love quinoa.
Me too. Throw some salt on there.
Roasted quinoa, like the toasted one.
I haven't had it.
Put on salad. That
Really?
shit's so good. Yeah.
Damn.
I have not had that.
It's so
Yeah. It says fermented foods. Fermented foods such as kimchi, yogurt,
good. Love
kombucha.
kimchi. Oh my god.
Really?
Yes.
Isn't it cabbage?
Yeah. And it's like, it has like, I actually
Is it
don't
like
know.
acidic though, like vinegary?
Kind of like it tastes like it's like pickled, but it's also really fucking spicy. But if you make like rice, you know that thing on TikTok, that Emily Mariko like what recipe that went viral like 3-4 years ago? Anyways,
No.
you take like overnight rice that you used like the night before or whatever, and you put it in the microwave with like an ice cube. Take it out, and then you put like salmon on top, mix that all in with like
I have seen
sriracha
that.
and like mayo and stuff. Mix that all up so it's like kind of like a spicy salmon moment. And then on the side you have like pieces of like seaweed and then like kimchi, and you put it all together. So you like put the seaweed, that like rice mixture, whatever, and then some kimchi. That is so good.
Really?
Yes.
I've never had
this one.
It's so good.
I've also never had kombucha.
It tastes like shit.
I love kombucha.
What? Really? Maybe I have to try the brand that you tried, because I've tried it a couple times, but it tastes like expired
Is it
wine.
like juice or ew?
It's like fermented.
It's very acidic, and I think it's the Rise brand that I like, and there's only certain ones that I will get. Mm-hmm. I'll get back to you which ones those are.
You can have that at your next follicular phase.
You can taste like vinegar. Literally.
No, yeah. See, one time I bit in a bagel, tasted like red wine, moldy. So
that would do it.
I just don't think I can go back to that.
Yeah.
I can't come back from that. And then healthy fats like avocado, olive oil, and seeds.
Love avocado.
I like
Me too.
avocado.
So good.
I need them to get better so I can make my guac again.
I love your guac.
Thank
Please
you.
make it.
I know, I really need to. And you know what? I put tomatoes in my guac and she still likes it.
Yeah.
Really?
It was actually good.
Wow.
I dice them up really small just because they're a little bit acidic, and like avocado is good with like lemon juice or lime juice, so the tomatoes too. Delicious.
I'm gonna have to try it.
You should.
If you like it, there's
It's
a
good.
chance that I will.
There is.
Wow.
There's a good chance. Okay, ovulation phase. So focus on supporting high energy and detoxing extra estrogen. So raw veggies, broccoli, kale, cauliflower. I hate raw vegetables, first of all.
I love raw vegetables. I actually prefer them raw to cooked. All of them.
Like, I'll eat cucumbers, tomatoes, and carrots, but like I'm not eating raw broccoli or anything like that.
No, I love raw broccoli and raw cauliflower and all that.
Really?
Raw asparagus too. It's actually so good.
Raw asparagus?
No, I'm so
Oh my
serious.
god.
It's honestly so good. I actually prefer like raw carrots compared to like cooked carrots.
Me too.
Peppers, I
Yeah.
hate cooked peppers. I love raw peppers.
I eat
actually
cooked peppers
agree.
every day.
Yes.
Onions, I will eat a raw onion any day.
Okay, I won't do
Not by
that.
itself, but like
Wait,
Like
I
a
do like
candy
green
apple.
onion. I like eating a raw green onion.
yeah, that's so good.
Raw green onion.
And like
Yes.
yeah.
Chives? You don't cook your chives.
So good.
Or not
I
chives,
don't
sorry,
have
the
chives.
green bit. The like white bit. The good bit. You don't cook that.
I don't buy that.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
You eat fucking raw potatoes. What are you coming at me with my
You
raw
know what?
peppers?
The podcast that I listen to,
Yeah.
she also eats raw potatoes, and she said she got really bad health news and ate like 3 raw potatoes. She's like, I know it's poisonous, but it's fine. And I was
Who
like,
the fuck?
you are my person.
3
No.
raw potatoes?
Probably over like a couple days. That
No.
sounds so good.
No.
Where's the
Ew.
peel?
The starch.
Yeah.
The starch.
All I would think about is like dirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm missing
the peel.
something. Yes,
Earth.
that's the good
The
thing.
earth.
Said no one ever. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Do you put salt or anything? Do you just bite it like an apple?
Matthew will cut it, and I'll take a piece and just eat it. Like
Can
a
you,
raw
like,
French
break
fry.
a tooth? Those are
It's
hard.
like an apple.
A potato?
Yes. I'll cut you
I
one
feel
up
like
downstairs.
it's like a non-raw pear type vibes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, not non-raw. What did I say?
Ripe?
Yeah. That.
You said non-raw, but I think you meant
Yeah,
an
non-ripe.
unripe pear.
Yeah, unripe pear.
Yeah, it is. And I like my stuff unripe, so. Anywho.
Okay. Wait. Do you like pre-ripened avocados?
What's a pre-ripened avocado?
Like the hard ones.
Oh, well, yeah, that's all we have in Canada.
What?
How do you even do
I mush it.
Isn't it like difficult?
Yeah, there's no flavor. But what am I gonna do? We don't have ripe avocados here.
Wait, like a
Fortino's does.
I don't shop there. That's above my pay grade.
I love the place, unfortunately.
No, we usually just don't buy them at all if they're rock hard.
Fair.
Like, unless I'm really desperate and I'm like, I need guac. I'll just add seasoning to it to make it better. But yeah, we usually
more
we just
lemon juice.
go like 8 months of the year without having any avocados because
Fair.
there's no choice.
That's fair.
You should grow your own.
Can you grow them?
Yeah, you just take an avocado pit
That would be so
and then
cool.
it makes a tree.
Yeah.
I would do that.
You can
should.
germinate or whatever it's called.
Yeah, just in like a jar with
Is
water.
that right?
Yeah.
That was good.
In addition, in your ovulation phase, you should eat vitamin C rich foods, citrus, bell peppers, zinc rich pumpkin seeds and chickpeas, and high fiber foods to help clear out the estrogen. And then at the end of your towards the end your luteal phase, you want to combat the PMS cravings and stabilize the blood sugar. So you should have complex carbs like brown rice, root veggies, squash. You want magnesium-rich stuff, dark chocolate, nuts and bananas, and then whole grains, eggs, and nutritional yeast for B vitamins, which I hate nutritional yeast.
I love it.
It's gross. It's like a powder.
Actually, fun fact. My green dip? It goes in there.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't taste it in there.
Yeah.
Christy, so my stepmom will put on popcorn.
I like it. It tastes like
I don't like it if I can taste it.
Yeah.
I can't picture it.
It's you've probably never had it.
It's giving like craft parm vibes, except a lot milder in taste.
Yeah, and brown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, brown.
It's like yellowy brown.
Like turmeric brown.
It's
yeah.
like the color of that.
Yeah.
Like dirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, except it's like a powder.
And I still don't like it, so that must mean it's really bad. Yeah. For the luteal phase, I lied. Herbal teas are also important. So chamomile, raspberry leaf, which helps calming and cramp situations. And then that's all I have for food. But I did have one question that I was like, this is common. So,
okay.
How long are you fertile for? So, what is your how many days a month are you actually able to get pregnant?
Hopefully 0.
I thought you were asking me. I was like, I actually have no idea.
But that's what I mean. Most people don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you knew. You don't know?
Well, I do, but I looked it up. I just wanted a concrete answer.
Maybe
to share with you guys.
2 or 3 days.
Okay. What's your best guess?
In a month, you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go the same. I feel like 2 days, like a day.
Okay.
Days.
So you only ovulate one day, which we've already discussed, which means, basically after the 1 day of ovulation, your egg dissolves.
Mm-hmm.
But you're fertile about 6 days a month.
Oh.
So, and that's why when we've discussed, I have an unsafe week.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I have a safe week. Where 1 week out of the month, I'm like, this is my fertile window. Don't touch me.
Mm-hmm.
At all. Stay away with the 6 foot pole.
Okay.
So 5 days before ovulation and the day of your ovulation are when you're fertile. That's the window. That's because sperm can live up to 7 days in you. So,
Ew.
yes, that is ew. That's just, no thanks. The egg lives 12 to 24 hours after ovulation. So if you ovulate on day 14 in a 28-day cycle, then you're fertile from day 9 to 14. Because if you do the canoodle on day 9, it's in you. It can stay in you up until...
Stay away.
Up until you ovulate.
Celibacy. God.
Abstain.
Yeah.
There's my ring.
Yeah. Yeah, literally. Obviously, timing can shift depending on your cycle length and regularity. So tracking ovulation signs like cervical mucus, basal body temperature, or LH surge can help narrow it down.
Oh yeah, isn't a mucus plug something to do with pregnancy?
Yes, but I don't think that's...
Oh.
Kind of.
There's a mucus plug when you're pregnant, and when that falls out, well, it can fall out multiple times apparently, but when that falls out, that usually indicates labor. That's what your water breaking is.
I don't want that either.
Oh my god.
But I remember
girl with the list. She has so much shit on her list.
I know.
Why not to get pregnant? Why not to have kids?
I know. I've seen it on TikTok.
Yeah.
I could write a long list.
You should DM her and just be like, I have a couple more to add.
Yeah.
A few more.
We can debrief.
Yeah.
I remember one of the reasons I wanted to come off the pill is because I never knew what. I mean, you don't ovulate when you're on the pill, so it makes sense. But I was like, I don't know what it feels like to be in different phases of my cycle. And I remember coming off the pill, I was able to figure out when, I know when I'm ovulating more than just cramping. I can see obvious signs. And I remember, I think I messaged you about it because I was like, do you experience this too? Because you had been off the pill a lot longer than I had. So, Jess, you've never been on it, so I didn't know if there's nothing for you to notice a difference between.
Yeah.
So for you, it's normal all the time because this is how it's always been. But I was like, is it normal? Was it normal for you to see that change?
Yeah.
And I remember seeing the change and being like, oh my God, it's so obvious. For me, it's very obvious to know when I am.
Yeah.
As opposed to other people, I guess. Some people have no signs at all.
Yeah.
Which is also normal.
Yeah.
Or they just don't notice the signs.
Yeah. I think for me, it was a learning curve. I think when I first got it, I had no idea about anything. I didn't know any of that shit. So I was just like, oh, this is happening. This is here. Oh, I'm in pain this day. Oh, I feel weird this day.
Yeah, you don't put it together into a cycle. You're just it's Tuesday and I hurt.
Yeah, literally. And then it was a pattern because I've always been super regular. I've never had I've never missed a period in my life. I've never had an extra long one or anything.
Yeah.
It's literally always been, when I first had it, it was 7 days, but it was 4 days, same thing, actual, and then now it's 5 days, 6 maximum, but 4 actual days. But after a while, I just started seeing a pattern of the same thing every single month, and I was like, okay, I kind of understand what's going on now. I can tell when something's coming. I can tell when something's happening. I can feel it in myself, if that makes any sense.
I missed one once. When I had mono, so in high school.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't understand mono?
No, I did.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't know it made you that sick that you missed a period.
Yeah. Like, I remember I was so violently ill, and then it took me a while to realize, like, I was missing it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I didn't get it for like 2 months.
Mono fucks with your hormones, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I was worried, but I was like, I'm dying ill. There's no way I'm pregnant.
That's
I'm worried,
crazy.
but I'm not that worried.
Yeah.
I'm worried, but like I'm fine.
Yeah. And like, once I got better, it did come back.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it went back to what it used to be. So like, it was just like 2 months I didn't get it.
Mine's been very regular up until like really recently. I didn't start tracking it until May of last year, I think, because that's when I went off the pill. So, but it had been always like 28 days.
Mm-hmm.
So the first time I went off the pill, it was 35 days, which is fine. Like the first month, sorry. And then immediately went back to regular 29 days, 30 days. Like 29, 30 is always
Me too.
average. 28
to 30, yeah.
Yeah, 27. Then winter came, and I had a 33-day cycle, and then I had a 43-day cycle.
Whoa.
Yeah, yours were getting really long.
They were really long, and then 28 again.
Whoa.
And it was like, couldn't track anything. And then 34. Like, no
That's so
consistency. And I expected that coming off the pill, but like 43 days is a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, I went a month and a half without getting a period.
Yeah.
And like,
That is weird.
Yeah.
And there was nothing else wrong. So
I think your body was just trying to like get in tune with itself again. Especially
Yeah,
if it's been
maybe.
a couple months. Like I feel like the first couple months it's just like
it's still there.
on it,
Yeah.
And then like after that it's like, oh, like let's recalibrate a little bit.
Yeah, so it's been like on and off weird since November. I also traveled in October, so I don't know if that had anything to do with
Oh,
it.
true.
But I don't think it had that big of it. Like 43 days? Are you kidding me? I was alone. It's not like I was even. That's why I also wasn't worried. I was like, I was alone for a month. Like, definitely not pregnant.
Yeah, that is
It's
not
just
the issue.
43 days of like, I don't know
Just
what's
chilling.
happening.
Also, I know the one time I had like the worst period of my entire life was the first week that we were in college and I got my period. And I remember it was in class and I put in a super tampon before we left. And I bled through within an hour and my class was 3 hours long. And I was
Wow.
in leggings and like a cardigan. And anyways, that was because like I was so stressed.
Yeah.
Like during like that last month before, like trying to get all our shit tied up, like buy my furniture, like move in, like it was just a lot. And
Yeah.
I feel like because I was so stressed, that was the worst period I've ever had. So that
I remember
could be
you
it,
saying
too.
that when I was like, my period is just like out of whack. You know, like
Yeah.
you're probably, because I also moved
Yeah.
in November. I was in I was under so much stress in November.
So that 100% could have affected it.
Yeah. I've just never had like, again, it's like one day. There's like a 3-day window where I'm like, I'll get it today, tomorrow, or the next day.
Yeah.
And so like 2 weeks late, it was like
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
a lot. Like it was crazy to me.
And you have always been like that. You know
I've always
You're
been-
like, I'm going to get up at 7 o'clock on a Wednesday.
Yeah, it was Wednesday. And
Yeah.
then we got like we got a leap year one year and it got pushed to Thursday and I was like, what the fuck's happening? Or
That
like
would
vice
mess you up.
versa. Yeah, it really messed me up. All my plans. But I think those are all like my stories.
Yeah.
But it is nice to know actually what's happening in my body.
It's informative.
As much as I don't like what's happening in my body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's important to know.
Guess it's fine.
It'll keep happening whether we like it or not. That's
It's true.
true. Just keep rolling. But now we're in sync. I don't know if you and I are in sync.
I don't know. When did you get yours?
I'm supposed to get mine on, like I ovulated on this week. What?
Please accept.
That's funny.
Apparently I'm supposed to get mine today, but that's not true. Because I just ovulated 2 days ago.
I had mine
So-
13 days ago, so I'll get it in like
Oh,
a couple weeks.
So then I think
Maybe
I think I'm supposed to get mine then.
Yeah, I know. I finished it right before we go to the cottage. Thank God.
I better not be on it in the cottage. I don't think I will be.
Okay, yeah, me too.
Can't.
It's this weekend? Like the 18th weekend?
16, 17, 18.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I'm literally finishing mine on a Wednesday that week.
I think mine's very similar.
That's crazy.
Okay, then I think we're all synced up.
Yeah.
I should have looked
That
into
makes
that too, but I don't understand. Scientists don't even understand how women sync up together.
We will circle back to that
Yeah,
idea.
that's
on
like another.
episode.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I just don't even think there's an answer. I don't even think we'll ever get back
We're all
to it.
witches, I feel.
Truly,
So.
I agree.
Okay. Well, I think we learned a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I
That
think
was informative. I actually did learn a lot.
And we
I
did
didn't
it
know
all.
any of that shit.
after 7 mimosas. So
Yeah.
that's pretty freaking good.
And I'm all sober now.
Perfect.
Except I really want to spend it.
You should get spend it
Yeah.
on the way home.
Yeah.
Or
Somewhere.
Or you hate me. She's like, yeah, and I got out.
and
We're
doors
gonna
that
get
way. Alrighty, well, thanks for yapping with us.
Yeah, that's all.
Bye.
Bye.